Hey guys, and welcome to another pick a card reading. In this specific reading, we are going to figure out why do you feel so drawn to the special person that you have in mind? Do they feel the way you do as well? Maybe we will even look into your connection. What kind of connection do you have with this person? And anyway, guys, you have 4 options for this reading. This will be number 1. If you choose this stone, I believe this is a black obsidian. You have number 2. This is your option, this green stone. Number 3, the citrine, and number 4, I believe it's a tiger eye. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to show these piles up close as well, so you can see them better. This part is your tarot, different oracles, and this is here like a love message, inspirational cards. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. As always, feel free to choose more than one option. And if it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. If it does resonate, if entire thing resonates, great. But if, only part of the message resonates, also, it could be for you, but just partially. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't think too much about it. Just go with whatever is the first thing that, you feel drawn to. And again, before we get started, I just want to let you know, guys, that we still have our 1-year anniversary special sale going on. Make sure to check out our description box. And I'm doing very similar reading to this one in what kind of connection is this, and also love connection special, including astrology as well. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't forget also to follow me on Instagram. It's Astro in Wonderland, and there I do also IGTV tarot readings. Anyway, guys, make your choice, and I'll see you at the timestamp. Okay, guys, for everybody who chose this black tourmaline, number 1, option number 1. Let's see, guys, what you have here. Your first card here is Spirit of Family. Let me just make sure, guys, my camera is on point. Okay. This is your first card, guys, Spirit of Family. So it immediately shows me that the reason why you feel drawn to this person could be because you are their soul family. Maybe you were, soul family, or like an actual family in a past life. Then we also have here a card, the Taurus. So one of you could be astrological sign Taurus. You could even meet each other in Taurus time. We also have here Moon. So one of you could have either Moon in Taurus, Moon in Cancer, could be a Cancerian, or somebody maybe even with the Moon that's very significant, sitting together either with the Sun or on their ascendant. Okay, we also have here 10 of Pentacles. We have here the Knight of Wands. We have here the 10 of Wands. We have here responsibility. How interesting. We have here the King of Swords. We have here the Magician. Hope you guys can see all the cards. Don't worry, I'll show them up closer. We also have here a card of networking, synchronicities. And we have card here, hero, heroine. Let's see what your inspirational message is. Your inspirational message is this: yeehaw. When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. All right, we'll figure out what that means in a moment. And we also have here a card from the Oracle, from the Love Oracle, which talks about the past. So again, for me, this sort of like what I'm getting so far from this spread is that the connection you are inquiring about is a past life connection, because we have here the past, which to me in this case specifically feels like a past life connection situation. And I feel like this is somebody who you have a past life together with. Maybe you were family together. Also, because the Moon card here as well, I feel like you could have been relatives. Maybe you were partners, most likely, if it's romantic interest that you feel to this person. But if not, I feel like this could be just somebody who could even be a parent, somebody who could even be, a significant other in that kind of way, like a parent, a family, somebody of that nature, a soul family. So this is the reason why I feel like you are so drawn to them, because on a deep level you understand, like, your soul craves that connection. You feel like, you were together before, and you want to be close to this person again. They are more to you than just romantic love interest. I feel like they are sort of like a family to you, and you feel it, and it's so weird because you cannot really understand what it means. Like, is this real? Is it in your head, kind of thing? So That's what I'm getting here so far. So yes, I do feel like you probably, if we were to examine your chart with this person, we would find that probably you have South Node Moon conjunction or something like that, or maybe South Node Ascendant even for some people here. How does this person feel about you? Do they feel the same, right? So what I'm getting here is that this is the person who values stability a lot. They definitely want to have a serious relationship in their life. They value things they've built so far. They have a lot of goals for themselves. They really want to grow. They're very passionate. They could have fire in their chart as well. They're very passionate. They want to grow. They want to achieve different things. Maybe right now also it's a time period when they're traveling, when they're communicating with a lot of people. So this person, I feel like, feels both passion to you, and also at the same time, I think they could consider, like they're considering if they could have that family with you. I hope you guys can see the cards. It's just like very hard to figure out the light and everything here. So anyway, I feel like yes, this person is interested in you. However, what I'm also getting here is that either this person is already in a connection with somebody else, or maybe even if they already broke up with this person, there is a lot of responsibilities in their life, because we have here this responsibility card from the Oracle. And we also have here 10 of Wands, somebody who is even a little bit burned out. So I don't know if it's necessarily that they have another person in terms of like another partner, another marriage partner, another maybe children even for some people, because 10 of Pentacles also represents like family and children. It could be even other things. It could be even their work responsibilities. I feel like this person is really burned out in their life, which is why they're not fully open to this connection with you. So they are more of this person who is a bit more in their like logical space. King of Swords could be somebody also who works in the media field or in areas related to communication. They could be even a teacher of some sort. So this is the person that a lot of people look up to, and they also do feel the pressure, I think, in a way, because we have the 10 of Wands sometimes can be also feeling pressured, right, by some people, and responsibility. So in a way, they also feel a pressure to maintain certain standard. Maybe it's a pressure from the society, maybe it's a pressure from their family, but it's almost like this person at this moment, at least when I'm reading it, cannot just go and like with this Knight of One energy just follow their heart and just do whatever. Let's say maybe even if it's not about a serious relationship, maybe they would want to have like, I don't know, one night stand or like just a sexual relationship or something like that. I feel like this person wants that in their heart, but they cannot do that because there is in a way also certain, responsibility, and they also realize that there's certain things which a person in their position cannot do necessarily. So again, it could be just a person who is a public person. It could be also a person who maybe pursues maybe they're a teacher of some sort, maybe they just respected sort of like member of society, maybe they already have a family, maybe they are from also conservative family, maybe it's even a religious type of person. So there's all of these things going on, and I feel like this person thinks a lot about that. They could have strong Mercury in their chart. It could be also Virgo, Gemini, this person you're dealing with. With the Magician card, I do feel like they have this ability to turn things around. They have this ability to manifest things. So maybe they also were able to draw you in without even realizing. Maybe like they liked you a lot when the two of you met, when the two of you had this initial stage of connection, but they didn't even realize, how far it could go. They didn't realize how hard maybe you would fall for them if you, of course, fell hard for them. They didn't realize that actually, for them, what was maybe, just flirt. And of course, yes, they did like you. There was passion, I feel like, there. But they didn't realize that actually it would get so serious so soon. And I feel like for some people, when they start realizing how much feelings they're having for you, how much you also falling for them, what started happening is that they were like, oh my God, I have all this responsibility. I have this partner, which necessarily, I feel like for a lot of people who this person is, let's say, already has a partner, or is even married or has family with somebody, it's not necessarily even romantic or passionate. They're together most likely, again guys, general reading, so like I don't want to say something and then you guys are like, oh, it's not true. But I feel like for that person, there is not much passion in this relationship, maybe no passion at all, like maybe they're not even romantically together, but they stay together for practical reasons, for the reasons of responsibility. For some people, maybe it's about the business they share, maybe it's about their home, maybe it's about their kids or other things like that, So for this person to move out of that situation and to pursue what what they feel. It's a bold move. It's like a very courageous move for that to happen. Like it will require a lot of courage. It would require also, like, you know, they would need to also take responsibility for that as well. But they have manifested, I think, partially this connection that you are so, you know, crazy about them, if you are of course crazy about them. And right now they're also thinking, like, they're hard on themselves also, I think, about that, because they are like, okay, so where do I go from here, because they feel responsible for you as well here. Okay, and what else I'm picking up here? So we also do have this card here where two people you see here are climbing, you know, sort of like the same mountain, but from just different sides. The message I'm getting here is that the two of you could have very different backgrounds. You could come from different parts of the world, from different, you know, countries, from different continents. You could come from different economic background, from different education, from different religion even. But in a way, as much as you two are different, you kind of are going to meet, I think, at some very specific point. You've already, I think, met, right? You already met this person physically. So you met somewhere where all of this sort of intercepted, what they're pursuing in life and what you're pursuing in life. Maybe one of you is into shamanism, let's say, or new age, and another person, I don't know, studies like yoga, or I have no idea, think of anything else, like, you know, some kind of other modalities, like, or other waves, you know, what other you know, what do you call it, other kinds of spirituality. Or it's maybe the two of you make music and one person is on the path where they, let's say, were in a commercial industry and another person is an underground industry, I don't know, or like some, insert any other job. I'm just telling you about the jobs and, you know, careers I know about, which I'm in. So anyway, and I feel like whatever it is, it can be applied for anything. Point here is they both come from like different places, but they are meeting at this one point. And I do feel like this connection was fated here with this card here. I do feel like this was meant to happen. I'm sorry, let me just adjust my settings. It was meant to happen. Number 20 could also be important for somebody here. Something also within 20 days about the situation could shift. 2020 could be an important year for you. So if, let's say, you met this person this year or before, maybe also in 2020 is when there's going to be, you know, you're going to understand fully why you're so drawn to this person, why you have this connection in your life. But with the Hero card, I feel like you're both on this journey of self-empowerment and you already met. But I do feel like as you grow, actually, both of you individually, actually, because this is a quite spiritual connection, I don't know necessarily if you're going to be together, to be honest, with this person, but I feel like your paths are going to continue to align with this person. You're gonna, I feel like, meet this person again, because again, they are so family. And I feel also partially this is the way this person didn't want to go with you so deep and didn't want to pursue you, or maybe they pursued you but then sort of like pulled back, which really sucks, sorry, because of all these responsibilities that they have right now. And this person is hard on themselves, I feel like, about it. But I do also feel like if you just continue, like if you're not going to get distracted by what happened and, oh my God, this sucks that this happens, and getting sad and all of that, and wish this never happened and stuff like that. But if instead you're just gonna, like, if instead of regretting that you met this person or all of this, you know, that this connection happened, if instead of that you're just gonna ask yourself, you know, what did this teach me? And also, like, I was on my journey, I'm growing on my journey. Like, if you're gonna keep also focusing on your own journey, where you're going, you know, all the projects, all the different things you want to do, not thinking so much about where they are or how you could go and get where they are. Because the thing is, like, if you go, let's say, where this person is now, you're only going to lose them even more. But if you instead just continue going your own path, chances are, like, you're going to meet this person sooner, if this is what you want. That's what I'm getting here, guys. So anyway, I hope this message is helpful. I do feel like, you know, and this is also like a fated connection is a choice. It's like a soul choice. Like, for me, this is about the choice that we have in terms of like soul contracts and also like incarnating with our soul family at the same time. I think this is the case here. And we have also pink and blue, which is like masculine feminine energy here blend. Somebody here could also be very spiritual and see auras, have an ability to see auras, or be able to work with energy of other people. So it could be a special message for you. And yeah, So just focus on the positive of that connection. Don't go so hard, because I feel like some of you guys who chose this pile, you really wanted already like something serious to start with this person, but it didn't, and you're like, so was it just a waste? I don't think it was a waste, and I don't think this is over yet. I think this is something that's gonna develop in the coming years, not necessarily romantically, but I do think there is some kind of important paths, again, that both of you are growing, even though it's different paths, different things you're doing, but I feel like you guys are going to meet somewhere at some kind of point here, which is going to be important for both of you growth. So anyway, pile number 1, that's all I have for you now. Again, if it doesn't resonate, it's just not for you, and feel free to choose any other pile. Now we're going to move to pile number 2, all the information about private readings, and I do recommend what type of connection is this, and love connection special if you like, you know, more connection and soul connection focused readings with astrology there too, like in depth based on your charts. So anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Now we'll move to pile number 2. Okay, so for everyone who chose this green stone, which I forgot how it's called, I think it's aventurine, let me know in the comments below. I think it is, but I'm not the biggest, you know, stone expert, to be honest, totally honest, but anyway, and sorry it's getting overexposed. Yes, so this is this stone. Let's get started with your reading. Ouch. Okay, guys, let's see. So we have here Jupiter is your first card. Jupiter. Hope you guys can see. Don't worry, I'll show these cards more later. We have this card here, Cancer. We also have this card here, the Alien, which could also represent the energy of Virgo. We have here the Hanged Man. Interesting. We have here the 3 of Cups. We have here Big Picture. Let me just adjust the settings. Okay, we have here the Hierophant. Wow, this is major. We have here the King of Cups. And we have here Love Union. Jeez. We have here Father. Wow. We have here the Companion. Oh, okay. We have here all that there is to love has been there all along. We also have here Champions, almost like, you know, Queen Freddie Mercury. We have the Champions. Okay, let's see, guys. Let me just very quickly adjust this because I don't know why this natural light is bothering me so much today. Okay, don't worry. I'll show all the cards up close. Okay, I don't even know where to start here. This is very significant, this specific connection. So the signs I'm seeing here, let's start with the signs. A lot of signs, actually. I'm seeing even for some people here, exact chart. So what I'm seeing here, Jupiter could be strong in one person chart here. So Sagittarian, or maybe you met this person when Jupiter was going, transitioning through your sign. That's very possible. Let's see what else. We have here Virgo, somebody who would have major placement in Virgo. We also have here Pisces. I'm even seeing for some of you it could be a situation where you have, let's say, North Node in Virgo, South Node in Pisces, or South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces, this kind of thing. Jupiter also is significant here. There is, I think, in your synastry as well as significant points where you have a connection in the sign of Cancer, like a Venus in Cancer, Sun in Cancer. We also have here Hierophant, which shows to me there is also significant Taurus in one of your people, in one of your charts. And anyway, I think, okay, this is very important connection. I feel like for you, okay, let's start. So I feel like for you, this person is very romantic. They could be creative. They could be good at music. They could be good at any kind of creativity, really. This person is very romantic, but also very fragile and sensitive. I feel like this person, you know, could very often be also afraid of their own feelings. I feel like whatever they show to the world, and it could be different things. Maybe they're super career oriented. Maybe this person is very popular and they, like, you know, have a lot of admirers. They have a lot of people around them. I know that this is not a Leo card, but for some people this person could even have Leo. I don't know, I'm just seeing like a line symbolism they're showing right now to me, which is not even this card, but message is more important here. But I think this person also has significant Scorpio, Cancer, maybe even Pisces in their chart. And I feel like the reason why you're so drawn to them is because whatever they show to the world what you see in them actually is this. So they may not, like, this is why I said that, like, the sign here, I'm seeing even it could be a different sign than like what King of Cups usually represent. But I feel like what you see in them is this King of Cups energy. So they could appear in the world, maybe even like a King of Swords energy or some other king. But you see their sensitive side, you see their emotional side, you see their romantic side, and you see their potential as well. You see only, I think, the beauty in them. And if not, maybe you just see their potential. Like, you see how beautiful this person can be. I have a feeling that when you met this person, some of you had this vision almost like of light around them, or you could see their aura, or there was this energetic vibration that some of you could literally see, some of you could feel it, maybe some of you could hear it, depending on what, you know, your natural spiritual gifts are. You could also meet this person during either around water somehow, or it could be even summertime, but for some of you it could be fall as well. So, but I feel like water was possibly, you know, significant element when the two of you met. So maybe even for some of you, you were on the beach, or like, I don't know, like some kind of water element was in some way for some of you again. And I think like when you saw this person, like, you had this soul connection, soul contact with them, like you could see their soul even. Is what I'm getting for some of you. Wow. Very, very spiritual energy here. And I feel like for a lot of you, you also, you know, could have shared a lot of very fun moments with this person. So maybe it was parties that you met at, maybe it was social events, maybe just there was like an entertaining element to your early encounters. There was a lot of, you know, this is Three of Cups, but in this case it's actually Alice in Wonderland symbolism in this card. Maybe some people were like dressed up a lot. There was this energy of holiday, this energy of party, you know, masquerade even. And I feel like this person in a way also made you also feel more creative, made you start be more playful. I'm even getting like for some of you on the day when you met this person, or maybe like within few days, you could have even seen something like Alice in Wonderland symbolism, or maybe something like, you know, white rabbit kind of thing. All of that, like somehow it's maybe even you sometimes compared your connection to how you like fell down a rabbit hole or something like that. It's significant here. Let's see. Oof. I feel this person has a very beautiful soul again, and I feel like you're able to see it. Again, the way they show up in the material world could not always be like that, but I feel the reason why you fell for this person so much is because, again, you could see everything what was beneath whatever the surface they show to the world. You really fell in love. And for some of you, I feel like you guys have forgotten about what you had in the beginning with this person, because there was, I think, some pain and some issues triggered. But I think when you just met, there was such beautiful energy. And something I want to tell you for people who are watching this pile number 2 is that no matter what happens, and yes, you might not need to forgive everything that happened or forget everything that happened with this person, because I do feel like for a lot of you there was quite a bit of pain that was triggered with this connection. We're going to get into this in a minute. I think it has to do with any kind of father or masculine archetype issues. And I just feel like you don't need necessarily to excuse this person for anything they've done to you. You don't need to necessarily just forget everything that happened. Do, of course, these things on your own time. But what I feel like is important, what I feel like a lot of you have also forgotten who watched this pile number 2, is that beautiful connection that you had, like when you saw this person, when you loved them unconditionally, when you saw this light, you know, almost like, you know, the soul of this person. Like, don't forget that. Don't let anything that happened after you destroy that. Again, you don't have to be with this person. Like, you just need to remember that purity and that light that was there, because that's your own connection to the light. With a Jupiter person, I do think that for some of you, again, this person, especially if you're female watching this, you know, we have here Jupiter and we have here the Hierophant. So I don't know, for some of you it might be hard to believe it, but I think you might end up marrying this person. For some of you also, you could have been already married, or this person was also married when you met, but more than anything, regardless of that situation, I feel like you could end up actually marrying this person. So if you've been trying to move on from this connection, you're always wondering like, why I'm meeting people, and let's say I'm even feeling things to other people that are passionate and amazing, but somehow nothing ever gets off the ground, and somehow I'm always being pulled back into this person's life. It is because, again, most likely this could be a situation that will eventually lead to marriage, which again, for a lot of you, very hard probably at this point to believe, because I feel like you've been a lot through this connection. And I feel like again, I forgot to mention, but I think at this point it should have been sort of like self-explanatory. I do think this person shares your feeling. Definitely, they are, again, what you've seen about them is really what they are. But I think you've seen a side of them that even they have forgotten existed in them. Like even they stopped believing that they have all these qualities. And you, in a way, when you saw their soul, when you told them, wow, you're so amazing, and like I see all of this in you, they couldn't believe that somebody is able to actually see that in them, because they've been trying to hide, their soft exterior. Because again, I think this person could have very significant Cancer placement as well. Maybe it's their Venus in Cancer, maybe it's their ascendant, maybe it's their moon. So they can be hard on the surface, but they are softy deep down, and they are trying very hard also to protect, themselves with layers. So whatever they're wearing, whatever mask they're wearing, what they're really like inside, because they are afraid to be hurt. And especially with this card, this is Courage in this Lenormand deck. I think this person, of course, for this, whoever I'm channeling, does feel also similar to you. Maybe not exact same feelings, but they share your feelings. But I feel like what's required here is people meeting each other halfway. So not like one person does all the work, another does nothing. But it's important for two people here to meet each other, halfway. Number 24 could be important for you as well somehow for this connection. One of you could be a life path number 2 or 4 or 6 even, while another could be, I'm getting also 7 or 6. And yeah, I feel like courage is required here. Having courage for this connection. And I feel one person could have lacked that courage. And it's interesting also, this is the most probably so far loving pile here. And the stone I chose for this was this. At first I chose, actually, I want to tell you something. I chose a different stone for this pile. And then I was like, you know what? No, I want to change it. I want to put this aventurine. And this is actually a stone that's most related to heart chakra, besides rose quartz. All right, let's move forward. There's a lot I want to say about this pile, but I want to keep it concise as well. I feel like for you, major lesson of this connection was also about letting go, growing spiritually. I feel like with the companion card being here, so in shamanic journey, very often a person who is taking the journey is the journeyer, and the companion is basically the spirit world with him. And with the Hanged Man, this is Piscean energy. So for a lot of you, this connection also has pushed you to develop your own psychic, supernatural, any kind of spiritual abilities, and also learn how to forgive, learn how to let go. I think a lot of that had to do also with your relationship with father. I think both of you actually have fatherly issues. It could manifest in different ways. Of course, it's a boy, if it's like you're a woman watching this and he is a man, and if you're a man watching this and he's a woman. So there is some kind of really deep-seated, deep-rooted pain regarding your father. You probably have Saturn retrograde also in your chart. I often, like 90%, I think 95% of cases, see Saturn retrograde as, manifesting as some kind of fatherly issue with masculine archetype in general. And I feel like for you, this person could have been similar to your father, could have maybe, again, opened up the wounds that your father gave you. So whatever, maybe your father never seen you as good enough or beautiful enough, or maybe your father has certain patterns such as like alcohol, or maybe substance abuse, or maybe just like being a ladies' man, and you saw all of this as a child growing up, and you have this pain still, whether you admit it to yourself or not. And in this person, you saw so many similarities, up to uncanny moments, how your father treated you. Maybe your father was always like leaving you as well, like, I'm forgetting about you, for some of you. And this person also maybe ghosted you, or also like disappeared, or you were at public event and suddenly they went somewhere and never came back. And this all reminded you about how, like, when you were a child, whether like 5-6 years or whatever old, and what your father did. And in a way, this connection is here to help you let go of that, because as much as this person can be very similar to your father and even provoke that pain, they are not your father, they're a different person. So maybe it's a part of your healing as well. Part of your healing, and also we have here the big picture. Seeing the big picture here is important. Like, Some of you could also, I don't know, work with stones such as malachite, because we have malachite here. But for you, this person also have maybe direct, for a lot of you, this person maybe directly or indirectly also has opened up a lot of doors in your life. So maybe knowing this person, being a friend with them, or if they, even if they never done anything for you, even if you got nothing for them ever, maybe they just inspired your spiritual path or your creativity or something. So in the bigger picture of schemes, this person was very important already up to the point. They did bring with Jupiter some blessings for you, even though maybe some of these blessings did come with pain, did come with issues and all these things. But in the grander scheme of things, I feel like the connection is nothing but spiritual, and this person has been nothing but a blessing in your life. And I know for some of you it will be very crazy to admit this. You will probably give me dislike or whatever. Trust me, sometimes when I'm triggered like that, I'm also like, you have no idea what you're talking about. But then later on, I realized a person could be, you know, very true. One of you could have significant Virgo placement. It doesn't necessarily, even I'm seeing for some of you here, that it's like natal chart. For some of you could be even relocated chart. And again, I'm getting here really the similar energy that for a lot of you, your spiritual growth continued here. You were learning. Some of you were reading specific texts, even books. Somehow it's related to this connection. Maybe you manifested this connection also as part of certain prayer, certain, you know, ritual you were doing. So it's a beautiful connection. Again, the main message here, remember what you had in the beginning with this person. It's important. You know, and we have this card here, this beautiful message. All there is to love has been there all along. What does it say? When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. So whether you see it right now or not, whether it's crystal clear or not, I feel like because of this person, because you met this person, you have grown, and you might not realize it now, might not be ready to fully accept it now, but I feel like you've grown more than you realize. And we have here card the Champions from this love oracle. Let me see this. Break free of restrictions. Things will stay the same unless you're willing to fight the status quo. You'll show true genius if you dare rebel against rules. Experiment and bend those rules. Forget the old ways learned at school. Now try an unconventional way and do not fear what others say. So in a way, also, I feel like this person could be encouraging you to step out of the ordinary. Maybe since you met this person, since that moment, maybe you have also broken free from, you know, if you were very like stuck in certain, you know, in certain ways. Maybe you became more bold, more outgoing. Maybe you started like going against the rules. Maybe you had, before you met this person, like a regular job, a regular life, whatever it is, used to dress very regularly. And after you met this person, something happened in you, and you became some kind of unconventional career. Maybe you started living in an unconventional way. Something changed in you. And for some of you, just only for some of you, the message that I'm getting here is also like, could be a big fan, I don't know, of Queen, maybe. That's Champion song, Freddie Mercury, the musician. So anyway, it's a very powerful reading for pile number 2. Wow, I could probably keep going, but I do want to keep this concise because it's a, you know, pick a card reading. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do offer this kind of reading as a what kind of connection is this, and also love connection special. We look at astrology in depth there based on your charts, not general, of course. So feel free to check them out. Also follow me on Instagram, same name as this channel, Astro and Wonderland. We post readings on IGTV. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Now we're gonna move to pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see what you guys got for everyone who picked this beautiful citrine stone. Let's see. So your first card here is a Capricorn. So one of you could be Capricorn, but not necessarily. Let's see. We also have here Gemini, 3rd house and 10th house. Interesting. We have here Dancer of Life. We have here 7 of Cups. We have here the 2 of Wands. We have here the Knight of Pentacles. And don't worry, guys, I'll show these cards up close more. We have here Transformation. Sorry. Okay. We have here Transformation. We have here 8 of Cups. Why are you drawn to this person? We have here Page of Wands. We have here the Stars. And we have here, I'm curious about the archetype. We have here angel. Wow. We also have here love is never in vain as your message. And we have here respects. Respect. Ooh, interesting message about this pile. So what I'm getting here, one of you, obviously, let's start with obvious, could be a Capricorn or a Gemini. I'm also seeing very specific charts, such as having Capricorn in your 3rd house or having Gemini in your 10th house. So if you have Capricorn in your 3rd house, most likely you're Scorpio rising. And if you have Gemini in your 10th house, what are you, Virgo? Gemini, yes, you're, hold on. If you're Gemini, right, sorry, if you're Virgo rising, then Gemini, Leo, Cancer. Yes, so you're either Virgo or Scorpio rising or have significant Virgo in your chart for some of you. So also this could be a situation where maybe for some of you it's even a boss and an employee dynamic, or one person is older and another person is younger, a teacher and a student. It could be a situation where one person is just more senior than you in some way. Maybe one person, if it doesn't apply, I feel like one person here could be just older, more mature, or more advanced in some level than another person here. Let's see. So, okay, what should we start with? Let's start with the 7 of Cups. So with the 7 of Cups here, I feel like a lot of things about this connection are quite confusing, actually. You are like not sure why. Maybe this person is not your typical type. Maybe, you know, like there could be a lot of different things where you're like, why in this world am I drawn to this person? Like you could be very, very, very confused. Why am I so drawn to this person? Why do I have this connection? Like, did they, some of you I think even considered like, did they put a spell on me or something like that? All kind of stuff like that, all kind of thoughts like that could have come up. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you also could have been feeling that maybe, you know, you have a telepathic connection. You were wondering, maybe, can this person read my mind? Or like if you have this very intense moments where you feel like you're connected to them and you're even talking to them, or you feel their energy within your space, you're like, oh my God, like, you know, do they feel this too? Do they feel this too? You know, for some of you, yes, but I cannot say this for all the people who chose this pile. For some of you, yes, I feel like it is both ended, like, you know, on both sides. For others, no. Okay, so let's continue. So again, I feel like for some of you it's mutual, for others it's not. Sorry, but it's just sometimes I see it clearly, but here it's not like that. I do feel also with an 8 of Cups, for some of you this connection, whatever it was, a friendship or something else, has right now ended, or there is a moment where one person is walking away in a different direction. I think you feel really sad about it, and I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, I don't even understand, why am I feeling so sad? Like, how can I be feeling so sad? Because again, I feel like this connection surprised you. You didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere. It came in the moments when you didn't expect. Like you were maybe, you know how like in Sex and the City there was this episode where Charlotte was like not even on date with her glasses on. Like you didn't, like, you were not where you were because you were searching for a date. You were searching for something else, and suddenly this connection appeared. So you were like mind blown. Like, what is this? Okay, let's move forward with the 2 of Wands though. I do feel like you could have, you can start maybe in the future more important relationship with this person. It could start as friendship, to be honest. I do feel like one of you at least, or both of you even, could be either traveling or going through some kind of transition, through some kind of possibly even transformation in life. I think this person is also related to you in some way, where you both are going through a transformation. Maybe you both are studying something, maybe you both are growing something, maybe you both are even like in certain field where there is a lot of transformation right now happening. Maybe you're both like in a way in the same page in your life where both of you are going through some kind of transformation. And I do feel like even though right now you're sort of like saying goodbye and parting ways, with the Knight of Pentacles here, I do think that this person will become an important friend, I think, of yours, an important person in your life. I feel like it's going to be a slow-moving process. For some of you, 10 weeks, I'm seeing maybe even 16 weeks, but don't pay attention to this timing. It's like the timing can really be different for everybody here. I do feel like you most likely will see this person again, and your connection will grow. For some of you, again, I need to reinforce this. But I do feel like this person, in a way, for a lot of you, especially who've been feeling, before the transformation happens, usually there's a stage when we're feeling really dead. And with this card, especially, this is about the death of a star. But the big star dies usually so that there's so many more stars in the sky. And this oracle card has to do with it. So in a way, this person has brought inspiration in your life. In a way, I feel like you guys who especially been feeling really dead inside, people who felt like there was no passion in your life, you felt like there was, just like, for those people who felt like there was no passion, nothing in your life, I feel like for a lot of you, you could be even feeling that this person has brought you to life in some way. So maybe you were stuck on somebody else before, you were in love with somebody else before, and with this person, even though it was like weird and strange and not what you expected, in a way, having those feelings to this person has made you realize that you are still capable of love, that love can still come, and it's not just that person that you were, always thinking that it's going to be with. With the Page of Wands card, there's also an element of communication here. This is student card. This is card of travel, communication. So one person here could be just learning a lot from another is what I'm getting. Learning a lot from another, and maybe even making some adjustments to their life, some adjustments to their plans. Could be you or could be a person watching with this. Again, depends on which side you resonate. So especially if one person is in any way, sort of like in a more advanced position than the other, or older than another person. This could be age difference for some people here. Again, Gemini, Capricorn, or also I'm seeing Virgo rising and Scorpio rising. With an angel card over here, what also stands out to me is that either you or this person, maybe you share this quality, this characteristic, the two of you, that you guys like to help people. You guys, again, could have name angel, could be important. You could be just yourself, loving to help people. Maybe you're healers. Maybe this person has helped you with no expectation of return, or you did so to this person. And maybe, again, you cannot understand why you feel so generous even towards this person. But I feel like you both have this, quality where you, what I'm hearing is going to be maybe very specific for some of you, but I feel like you two have been angels in the lives of many people, whatever this means to you. And I feel like in some way, the reason why I'm saying that this connection will most likely continue, and the two of you will have maybe not necessarily romantic, but maybe it's going to be friendship or some kind of other situation, is because of what you do to other people. So that's what I'm picking up here. Let's see. And we also have here these two messages. Love is never in vain. Let's see what it says. When you finally see what this whole time space thing is all about, you're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you're going to be so, so, so happy you loved as much as you did. So I feel like for some of you, you could be guys like blaming yourself, like, why do I fall in love so fast? Oh my God, why do I love so much? But really, like, if you disattach from expectation of that experience and sort of just embrace it for what it is, I feel like you will understand that there is nothing to regret, that it is amazing that whatever, you felt with this person, that it was a part of your experience. We also have this card here, respect, which is interesting because as I was mentioning before, I was saying something like there is one person here who I feel like could be either in a more senior position or just older, or maybe in society, whatever their role is. And we have here this card of respect. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you respect a lot this person, maybe also this person expects you to, maybe like the way you act also, I'm getting for some of you, is just so easy. Like maybe they're this person, I don't know, even let's say like they're well known in some way, and everyone talks around them certain way, behave certain way, and you are here just like, hey, super casual and stuff. And I don't know, they expect you to sort of like respect them more or be more conservative or something like that. But there is some kind of message about this. Also, another message for those who don't resonate with that is that, if it is indeed a soulmate connection, respect must be present from both sides, obviously. This card literally says, know that your soulmate will naturally exalt you above all others. You'll know your soulmate you have met when there is a mutual respect, when boundaries that you both have set and promises that you've made are kept. each must value themselves too and take pride in what they do. So I feel like maybe even both of you are respected figures in the society. Actually, maybe they're just a little bit more, like older, maybe more mature, or maybe more experienced than you. But I feel like you both are like respected, and respect also, for whatever reason, is an important part of your connection. I feel like this message will go for different people in different ways, so I don't want to get something specific that will confuse others. So anyway, what I feel like, again, this connection is important. I feel like you've experienced this connection because it's an important part of your path, of your journey, of your transformation, of your spiritual growth. I do feel like you felt more alive since you met this person. This person, at least for some period of time, has given you some inspiration. I feel like this person, for a lot of you, will probably feel also the same way that you do. But I do feel like at this moment, the two of you are sort of like going separate ways. I feel like for a lot of you, it is temporarily, because you're gonna, again, I feel like, come together possibly in some shape or form. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's not necessarily going to be romantic. It could be maybe work even together, or friendship, or some kind of important connection, because again, I do feel like they care about you. And there's going to be more communication, more learning from each other. This connection will, I think, grow a little bit slower, but it's not a bad thing. And with the Seven of Cups, again, I do feel like a lot of you feel this very, very, like a lot of you could be seeing this person in dreams, you could be fantasizing about them a lot in all kind of ways. But this connection, I think, more than anything, has inspired you to grow, transform, and if there was an end of one thing, it's now inspiring the birth of many other things. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated. Again, feel free to choose another pile. And before we continue, I just want to say that all the information can be found in the description box. I do offer what kind of connection is this, and I also offer love connection special, so check those out. Check out our Instagram as well. Thank you so much, guys. Now we're gonna move to last pile number 4. Okay, hello, pile number 4. For everyone who chose this tiger, I think it's tiger stone, right? Let's see what you guys have. We have here Sagittarius, so you could be Sagittarius watching this. We have here Saturn, also Capricorn. We have here Two of Wands, or maybe you are just somebody who is more into Vedic rather than Western astrology, and in your system Saturn is still in Sagittarius. That could be the case as well. We have Nine of Swords. We have here Eight of Pentacles. We have here Blessed Sight. We have here Nine of Pentacles. We also have here Ring Commitments. We have here the Alchemist. We have here Ancestor of Guidance. We have Romance. And we have See Me in Their Eyes. These beautiful cards. What should we start with? Let's start with the most obvious thing here. So one of you could be Sagittarius. One of you could be Sagittarius, one of you could be going through significant, maybe even Jupiter transit right now. Maybe also, if it's not your astrological sign, you could be a student, you could be learning, you could be like a spiritual seeker, you could be traveling right now. Maybe this is how you met this person. This person alternatively could represent all of these things as well, and maybe it's your mutual interest or mutual connection. This is why I feel so drawn to this person. With the Saturn card, it's interesting because I did have a feeling when I was shuffling and when I was putting the piles together. I didn't know what cards were there, but I had this feeling that number 3 and 4 will be possibly a message to one person. So like it's gonna be like, you know, whoever basically watches pile number 3 could benefit from watching pile number 4, and whoever watches pile number 4 could benefit from pile number 3. So if you feel this way too, if you feel so inclined, do check out pile number 3, because I feel some of this energies I'm already seeing are a bit mirroring each other. So with the Sagittarius and Saturn card is a card, you know, of obstacles, of lessons, of maturation. It can represent our teachers, it can represent older people, it can represent our bosses, or, you know, paternal figures, any kind of, you know, rulers, sometimes even like literally somebody who has control. So with the Sagittarius and Saturn card here, I feel like one person here is more free-spirited, while another person is more also conservative. And in a way, I think, you know, the Sagittarius is also Jupiter, which is expansion, and Saturn is in a way also contraction. So, but both are great, amazing teachers. Both are, you know, very valuable lessons. So there is some kind of lessons and learning happening here. And I also feel like you guys could have a lot of similar qualities, but at the same time, there could be a lot of things, very, very different about the two of you. Could be complete opposites in some things. With the Two of Wands card, which also pile number 3 got as well, I do feel like the reason why you're drawn to them, there is passion there. Yes, I feel like there is chemistry, and it's also because I think like you got very inspired by this person. I feel like you feel that in some way you could also, whether it's romantic partnership or something the two of you could do together, could work really well, and you feel like it's fated in some way. I feel right now at this moment there is a lot of anxiety somebody has about this connection. Somebody here could have significant Virgo placement as well. Could be a bit more anxiety prone, a little bit more concerned just in general with like how things will work out, will things work out, all that kind of stuff. It's important not to worry. Make sure you channel this energy. You don't want this to be, to become an issue. I feel like right now though, one person or even both people probably in this connection cannot really pursue maybe this connection. People here need to work on something. People here working very hard on something. And I actually think the reason why you feel drawn to this person could be either because of your work or their work, or even something that you feel you guys could work on together. Or maybe it is just because you feel they have similar values as you. Maybe some of you guys even are in a similar line of work as this person is, and like you admire something that they have accomplished or achieved. Again, it's not because you're in love with them, like it's not that you're in love with them because of that, but I feel like it attracts you to them on a certain level. And with the Nine of Pentacles, I think some of you could also be Leo, Virgo, Scorpio even as well. And what I'm getting is like right now there is not necessarily a relationship happening. Do they feel the same way about you? I feel like in a way, but again, I feel there is one person here who is a bit more open-minded and open to things in general, while another person is super hard on themselves, super strict as well, more conservative, more traditional. Let me see. We do have also this card of romance here. So for those of you who picked pile number 4, I do think actually, for most of you, I think this person feels exactly the way you do as well. Not exactly, sorry, but they feel what you feel as well. They feel romantic feelings, basically. And I feel like, it's sort of, for a lot of you, maybe it's even in the early stages, who hasn't progressed yet. So it's important to learn how to accept each other, because there is potential for romance here. There is even, for some of you, potential for commitment. Number 25 or 7 could be important. Something could also happen in 2 to 5 months time. I do feel like if this is going to end up being a relationship, it's going to be a very serious, very committed relationship. This is not going to be a passing thing. And for a lot of you who will actually end up starting a relationship with this person, you guys are going to work with them even possibly on something, because this person is a very hard worker and you yourself are a very hard worker. I also feel, and what I'm picking up on here is that when you met this person, maybe there was also somebody else in your life or in their life, and there's choices and options that had to be made. However, this person's energy was so powerful that in a way, maybe you even got out of other situations, or they got out of other situations because they were so drawn to you, or you were so drawn to them. With Alchemist card here, I feel like, again, this connection does have potential. What I was gonna say here is that it just feels like right now it's almost like you feel like it's done for some reason. I don't know why. Because again, like Saturn here also wants you to be patient. It teaches you patience. And I feel like a lot of you, especially if you're in the name of this Sagittarius energy, which is more free-spirited, optimistic, you kind of wanted something to start quickly. And you were like, I don't even care if it goes. I just want to start this and whatever. We'll see. We'll figure out the rest later. However, this person, I think, like, they take their time. And with the Alchemist card here, I feel like there's a lot of potential for spiritual growth, which is why you also feel so drawn to this connection. You guys could learn from each other. With the Ancestor of Guidance here, I feel like I don't know, like I feel like you guys could feel that either you could guide this person in the right direction with your wisdom, with your, if you're a spiritual person especially, could help them in some way, or you also feel like they could help you, guide you in some way in the right direction. Maybe it's even mutual, you both are like that. So I feel like you also need to listen to your own inner guidance instead of other people maybe inserting their opinions in this connection, because for some of you this could be happening. Your friends maybe are like, oh, why do you need this and stuff like that. So let's make sure you listen to yourself above everyone. Even though be open, to other people's like just wisdom and all of that. We have here also blessed side, which is right next to Saturn here. And it's interesting because blessed side talks a lot about, in the traditional meaning of this card as like the oracle creators intended, it has to do with, difficult situations, and that no difficult situation is there just, because it is there to hurt you or whatever, but you can learn a lesson from any situation, and you can grow from any situation. You're exactly where you need to be. You could have met this person, I think, also in a time when a lot of things were difficult, a lot of things were hard, and they were in a way like a blessing to you. So like they inspired you, they helped you get out of that depression, maybe even for some of your sadness, and you felt very drawn to them. They were exactly what you needed. But also because we have here see me in their eyes and blessed side, I do think you both are attracted to something even physical about each other. Or if it's not necessarily physical in terms of like your appearance, it could even be things like the energy, the way they maybe even make you feel about how you look. So maybe you are not even so attracted to what they look like, let's say, even though I feel like you are, but it's even more than that. I feel like you feel beautiful around this person. They make you feel beautiful, possibly. And I just feel like you get that inspiration where you see like the world as a more beautiful place because of them. So yeah, that's quite positive here. We see me in their eyes, what it also says, whenever conferring with another, either face to face or across the miles, whether a human being, departed spirit, or sentient tree, always speak to the highest within them. That makes such a difference. Wow, that's a beautiful message. So try to see also like the best of them. Try to not be petty about things, because again, a lot of you are like worried, you're not sure if this is ever gonna go anywhere and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like there is something very precious about this moment. I do feel for a lot of you it's possible the commitment or relationship could start with this person, because we have here both love and also a ring, which talks about commitment in this deck. But I feel like more than anything, even where things are right now, it's important to appreciate it. There's something very precious about it, whether it's your inspiration or any kind of new lessons you're learning. Try not to worry so much. Also, what I'm picking up here is that something about this connection could unfold further if right now things are stagnant, or there could be changes about this relationship when Jupiter itself is changing signs in Western astrology. So when Jupiter goes from Jupiter in Sagittarius to Jupiter in Capricorn, and Saturn is still there, there could be something significant happening within this connection. So pay attention to that timing. Again, I do feel one person here, like you could have differences in religions and backgrounds and nationalities, could be traveling. One person could be going through a Saturn return or Jupiter return, maybe even both. And I feel like one person here is more free-spirited, open-minded, optimistic, while another person here is more conservative. Some of you, it's even age difference, just like file number 3 had. So all of these differences, I feel like, sort of impact this connection a lot, which is why it came in this reading. I do feel like this person feels about you probably very similar feelings that you feel about them. Like basically if you like them, they like you. That's what I'm trying to say. But I feel like both people here are very, also both people here are basically working hard. We have 8 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles from different decks. Both people are working hard. I think for both people, they cannot fully do basically what they want to do because of their work responsibilities. It's not even a relationship or any other things. It's work, like plain and simple. Maybe one person needs to go on a business trip, or I don't know, work for long hours or work on the project, whatever it is, which is why they can't fully pursue it. But with the Two of Wands, again, I do feel like there is potential for future with this connection, given, of course, you also choose to, do that. And the reason why you feel drawn, I feel like it also could be very much related to your soul path, to your life path, to even things that you're doing in your life, even things like, again, I'm getting for a lot of you, it's about your work, about your vacation, about your passions, things you want to learn, things you want to do. And you feel drawn to this person because you feel like with this person, this path could unfold, with like through the connection with this person, this path basically could unfold further. So anyway, guys, pile number 4, thank you so much for watching. Again, feel free to check out pile number 3, because I felt like even when I was just doing the reading that for some of you it's going to be same people I'm talking to. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, it's a general reading. Please make sure to check out my Etsy shop in the description box and follow on Instagram as well. Same name as this channel, Astro in Wonderland. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.